know you come to this YouTube channel to get all the cool nuggets of trendiness. That's how the cool people talk, sorry. Check it out, I just heard this thing on the street. It's going viral, it's all over the place, people talking about it. It's a little thing, it's called Pokemon. You ever heard of it? Probably not, but let me tell you something that you might not actually know. You are a Magikarp, and that could change everything. Do you know Magikarp? He's that stupid Pokemon, just flops around on the floor, can't do any attacks. That's you! Doesn't sound like good news, but let me explain what I mean by that. It's New Year. You're probably trying things. You want to be a new you. You're like, I'm gonna get up every day at 4 a.m. and I'm gonna make my new creative work and it's gonna change my life and I'll do it before I have to do the day job or what have you. And on Sunday night, the night before you get up for the first time, guess who shows up? Not the new you, the old you. And he says something along the lines of, hey, I don't know why it sounds like Patrick from SpongeBob, but he says, hey, what would be a really great idea? And you're like, going to bed early so I can get up and do that creative work that I wanted to be doing tomorrow? Yeah, that's a great idea, and I got the perfect prep, darp. And he's just filling your brain with garbage. Why don't we binge that new Netflix show that you've been wanting to watch? Could watch all 3 seasons and eat like 2 bags of Doritos. And you're like, that does sound like an amazing idea, so you do it, don't you? But guess what? You're so determined to be the new you that you know what you do? You get up at 4 a.m. anyway the next day and you're like, yeah, baby. And then the next night, he shows back up. And he says, what if we ordered 3 pizzas and got all the ranch dressing and garlic butter and nacho cheese and made super dip? Round 2. You guys eat a bunch more Doritos again because you got up at 4. You didn't even need sleep. 2 hours of sleep was enough. And then the next day, you get up not at 4 a.m. but 5 a.m. By the time you crash land the next night, Doritos round 3, you sleep past your alarm and you barely even make it to work on time. And in 3 days, old you has destroyed the possibility of a new you. So you just try to hold him back, push him down, suppress old you. Hey, darp. No, darp, back off. The more you push him down, the stronger he persists. And he's not just got Doritos, he's got Euros and fries and ranch dressing. And ranch dressing with pizza rolls. Before you know it, you've given up. You forget about new you. New year, old you's here to stay. And maybe even the next year comes around and you think, what's even the point? Why even try? I'm not gonna try any new habits. Well, guess what? The way that you're thinking about current you or old you might be the thing that's holding you back from change. Because what if it's not old you isn't Patrick from SpongeBob? Maybe it's Magikarp. And he's not saying, darp. He's saying, carp. Cause he's Magikarp. Get it? That's pretty much all I had to say. Just kidding. You see, Carl Jung said, what you resist not only persists, but will grow in size. If you don't know Carl Jung, get to know Carl Jung. He knows a thing or two. He used to. He's not alive anymore. He doesn't know anything anymore. But he was a psychologist and an expert in Freudian, and he developed Freud's ideas to be even cooler and weirder. I'm way into him, but he said, what you resist not only persists, but will grow in size. And when you try to oppress your old you, when you try to suppress those old habits and old urges, they just grow stronger. And guess what? It's not just Carl Jung that thinks that. It's a fact. It's called ironic process theory. And when you're like, don't think about chocolate, don't think about chocolate, you're thinking about chocolate. But if you think, don't think about chocolate, think about apples, and you replace the thought, you're that much more likely to succeed. There's a book out by a guy called James Clear called Atomic Habits. And he's saying that habits are the atoms that make up you. You are a summation of your habits. And if you want to change, if you want to be not old carp you, and you want to be a new you, you've got to change your habits. And the most effective way to do that isn't
to suppress your habits and try to quit thinking about chocolate, but think about something new and be a new you. And if you think of yourself that way, you'll know that you're not Patrick, you're Magikarp. And you know what's amazing about Magikarp? He's stupid, he flops around on the ground, he's got no good attacks, no good powers, but with the right kind of nourishment, with the attention and the soft caress, if you realize that these desires you have aren't things that need to be suppressed but redirected, you will find that just like Magikarp, inside you is a hidden sea dragon named Gyarados, because if you take care of Magikarp, it will evolve into one of the strongest Pokemon, and no one will believe that old Magikarp turned into that giant Gyarados, and that Gyarados is you, with the right type of replacement of habits, with the right type of redirection of desires. If you don't see your base self as something that needs to be repressed, but only encouraged and redirected in the right way, it can be a game changer. And so throw off the shame, the self-loathing, the self-hatred, the old Patrick, and put on the Magikarp clothes and become the new you. I did a whole episode on this of my podcast, the Creative Pep Talk Podcast, episode 216. I go deeper. We dive deep into the waters of the Magikarp, and we learn his ways, and we unleash the creative sea dragon inside. And guess what? Even if you've gone to higher heights than you ever thought possible, even if you're already a Gyarados, this actually is new information on Pokemon. You might not know this, but for the longest time, we thought that's as far as Gyarados will ever go. Turns out there's a super mega Gyarados evolvation. That's not a word, but you know what I mean, because it's true in here. Right in that thing. Right in this area of your body. It's a heart. Guess what's in there? Super mega creative Gyarados. Let's go! Gyarados! I don't know what Gyarados sounds like, but he's a dragon, so I thought it was probably something like that.
Ranch dressing fondue fountain watching the ranch on Netflix. This isn't sponsored.